recording this.
Okay.
And give me a second to start it up. Okay, so we're now recording and we're live on Facebook. So this is a disclaimer letting you know that we are recording live and we're recording this for training and quality assurance and content purposes. So we might use it for content later, so be aware. And I'll drop this in the chat too. So,
Hey, Steve, how are you?
okay, I'm going to start recording this.
Okay.
So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Daylon.
Okay. It looks like we're going to hear ourselves twice, but it's okay. Repetition. Right? All right, guys. So welcome to Real Estate Friday. I hope everybody's having a great day so far and looking forward to a great weekend as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name, for those of you that don't know me, is Daylon Rubido. I'm a real estate broker for the branch office that we have in Doral for Broker Nation. Welcome, everybody, and thank you again for making this day extra special to us. So now, today for Real Estate Friday, I wanted to talk to you a little bit when it comes to SOI or you know, reaching out to your sphere of influence. And I have invited with me Jeff. He's from Freedom Mortgage. He's gonna covering a lot on the mortgage part of it. Freedom Mortgage is an in-house lender, and he's gonna introduce himself, talk a little about the company and the products that they have available. But before we get there, you have heard me, Armando, Steve, talk about the importance of being in touch with your SOI. SOI means your sphere of influence. If you've been in the industry and the real estate, it's gonna covering a lot of.
Daylon, sorry to interrupt, but I think you have to, do you have a second computer running there? You might have to mute the second computer.
He's gonna introduce himself, talk a little about the company. Yeah, it's muted. But before we get there, you have heard me, Armando, Steve.
There's a second computer running somewhere that has another. You might have it on your Facebook Live. See if your Facebook is open on your tab. It might be your Facebook Live running on your computer.
No, I don't have it open.
Daylon, sorry to interrupt, but I think you have to, do you have a second computer running there? You might have to mute the second computer.
Yeah, it's not me. I think it was you, Steve. All right, can everybody hear me now? All right, excellent. So going back to what I was talking about, the SOI. So if you've been in the business, in the real estate business for a number of years, you likely heard the phrase sphere of influence. Now, what does that mean? Well, this refers to all the people that you know, both personally, professionally. Your network or sphere includes not only personal friends and family members, but it also includes people you know through organizations, through your kids or spouse, or just from being out and about in the community. I guarantee you that once you start brainstorming, you'll realize just how many people you do know. So what's the big deal about having a large roster of acquaintances? I'll tell you, these folks are the key to growing your business. Keeping in touch with your sphere means you'll be the real estate agent that they think of first when someone in their own sphere is buying or selling. And that way you'll grow your business. And we've had trainings on this, many trainings on this topic and how to do that, how to grow your sphere of influence, what kind of information to provide to them. And that right there is the key, providing content to them, providing the latest information. How can you help them? And one of the main reasons that we have put these trainings or meetings together is to be able to give you the latest information on the housing market, financing, mortgages, to give you enough strategies to work with, but most importantly, to give you enough content to share with your SOI. Now, today is a special day because I am very pleased to have with me Jeff from Freedom Mortgage. They're our in-house lending company, and we're thrilled to have them on board with us. And I don't want to take a lot of time from you, Jeff, so go ahead and introduce yourself, talk a little about you, the company, and just want to hear updates that we have on the mortgage side.
Sure. So first of all, my name is Jeff Tinney. I am the branch manager of the Philadelphia branch and the Coral Gables branch in Miami. I'm based out of the Philadelphia area, but I don't know if some of you guys know, but Will Bernal's wife, Lauren, is spearheading the operation down in Doral, in the Doral office. She's going to be popping in meeting all of you guys over the next couple of weeks. We just finished up, the agreement that we have to become the in-house lender for you guys. So you'll all meet Lauren. She's a very sweet woman. She's very good at what she does. She knows the business, and we work hand in hand to help every single person that's at your brokerage to help you grow your business, whether it's through marketing or through just getting deals through the door and getting people qualified. We're available. We work as a team. We both have young kids, so that's why we thought it was a great idea to work together. And as we grow, we'll bring more loan officers into the mix to make sure that we give the best service for all of the agents in Broker Nation. And we want you guys to know that we are available 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, pre-approving your clients, helping them get through all of the hurdles that they have to jump through to make sure that you guys are on top and the offers that you guys present are accepted. Whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, if you need a rush pre-approval, we're going to be there to assist you guys on that. So I think that's the most important part in working with a partnership is availability. And you can reach out to myself or Lauren, and the texts or the calls will always get answered immediately, barring any unforeseen, problems that we might have. But we're very attentive to you guys. So we're excited for the partnership. We're looking forward to a great relationship with Broker Nation and working with all the agents in the office and answering any questions that you guys might have. But Dalen, you wanted me to speak about like our company and the market in general, what it looks like. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I think one of the most unique things about our bank is that sets us apart from everybody is we have great rates and we have great programs. Okay, customer service should always be there. That's what I said before. That's the most important. But as far as rates and programs, you guys should know one of the best programs that we have that not that many lenders do have is we offer a product if people would like for their situation, no mortgage insurance with less than 20% down. Okay, that's big. So when you have somebody that has a good credit score and they're putting 3 or 5% down or 10 or 15% down, traditionally they're going to be required to pay mortgage insurance. We have a program for conventional buyers that we can include that mortgage insurance payment into the rate. And when they have good credit, the difference in the interest rate between a typical conventional program and the no mortgage insurance program is minimal. So, we do a financial analysis for the buyers and go over the whole situation and say, I think this is going to be beneficial for you or it won't be beneficial for you. So that's a really important factor because not only does it make their payments cheaper, but it allows them to qualify for more. So I think it's important for you to always stress to your people that if you're dealing with somebody that's already pre-approved, you always just give them a shout and say, hey, we have an in-house lender that we work with. We're very confident in working with them, and just always good to have a second opinion, especially if they're being quoted mortgage insurance when they're putting less than 20% down and they don't necessarily have to pay that. So that I think that's a big plus with us. We have all of the traditional programs, renovation loans, conventional renovation loans, FHA 203K renovation loans. That's standard stuff. Our rates on those programs are phenomenal. Typically, when it comes to FHA and VA, we have the best rates that you'll see anybody have. We're very, very strong on those two programs. We have great rates for conventional, but 9 times out of 10, if you have an FHA or a VA buyer, there is no one that is going to beat our rates. We have very competitive rates, and we're offering very aggressive lender credits with those rates. So helping your buyers out with closing costs. If you have somebody that is tight with the money that they have, a lender credit always helps, right? Yep. It'll bring down their monthly out of pocket. Some other things that we like to do and we specialize in, the conventional, the FHA, the VA. We also do offer USDA, but that's very few and far between. If you have buyers that make less than, I think it's $55,000 in the Miami market, we have a what's called Home Possible and Home Ready. Those are conventional programs that offer credit challenged people with better rates. So basically what will happen is, if they make less than 55,000, we understand that that's a small number and they're probably not going to qualify for much. But if they make less than that, they're going to get rates as if they have 760 scores. So if you have somebody with a 660, 680 credit score, and there's the difference between going FHA and conventional, we have that option for you guys. I'd love to open it up for any questions that anybody might have, for specific scenarios or instances that you have going on that maybe we could particularly help you work through any issues. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Somebody put in the chat, but feel free, guys, to write down your questions in the chat or unmute yourself. Do we have any questions?
All right, so I could look at
Ivan, there's several questions in the chat.
All right,
I got one too.
I'll go through the chat first, and then anybody else could just verbally ask their questions. All right. All right. So Monica, minimum credit score. So right now, typically in the past, our FHA and VA, we went down to 500 FICO score. Okay. Not saying that every single person with a 510 credit score is going to be able to get an FHA loan, but we do. I've closed numerous loans with low 500 credit scores for FHA. It would require a 10% down payment. Now, because of coronavirus, FHA and VA minimum credit score is 600. Conventional hasn't changed. It's 620.
Thank you, Jeff. But I was talking about the program that you said.
With EMI.
620.
620? Oh, okay.
Correct. Can I send the program to your email? Absolutely. So Jane is asking how we are rolling the payments into a $500,000 loan, single family residence with 10% down. What would be the difference between principal and interest, PMI, and no PMI? So Jane, like I said, it really depends on the situation. If they're putting 10% down, that makes it even stronger. But if you have a particular buyer, you can absolutely reach out to myself, reach out to Dalen. He'll give you my information or Lauren's information, and we can go over that with you. But typically, if they have a mid to high 700 score, the difference in rate will probably be about 1/8 of a point. So what we do is we do an analysis, what their mortgage insurance out of pocket would be every month versus the difference in rate. And then we see if it makes sense, because sometimes on like a $500,000 loan, a lot of time it does make sense because the amount of mortgage insurance that they're going to be paying over, let's say, the 5 or 7 years that they have to pay it is going to be a lot of money, whereas the difference between 2.875 and 3% might only be $30. So when you do the math, it makes sense to take the higher rate. So that's basically how it's getting rolled in. It's usually like anywhere from 1/8 of a point to 1/4 of a point higher. Sometimes it's exactly the same. It all depends on the scenario.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. And the other question is, do you have in-house processing and underwriting, or do you send it out?
Absolutely. So no. So we are a direct lender. Our processing is in-house. Our underwriting is in-house. We are not a broker shop. We are a bank. We're a direct lender. Not everybody really cares about this, but I forgot to mention this. Some people care, some people don't. We service, I believe it's 90% of the loans that we fund. So 90% of the time when your client buys a house and we do the financing, they're going to be paying Freedom Mortgage for the duration of the loan. Okay. So some people, get really angry when their loan is transferred or sold. Some people could really care less, but it is always a good point to let them know that most times, if FHA and VA, we never sell.
I think when they get angry or upset is when they're not told in advance that their loan's going to be sold off.
Well, but by law, they are told in advance. They just didn't read the paperwork.
I didn't read the whole
It's in
contract,
it's in
right?
the paperwork, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, when you're at closing, everybody sees they're signing 100 different papers. Nobody
that's
reads
true.
it, you know?
Jeff, I have a question
Thank
for you, my friend. This is Sammy. Anything for first-time home buyers in terms of program like down payment assistance from you guys?
Absolutely. We have a couple of different programs for Florida, bond programs, down payment assistance programs. Depending on the county, those are definitely available. Absolutely. But just so you know, there's minimum credit score requirements. There's income requirements. There's the house has to check off certain boxes where it can't be too expensive. So typically those are tough programs for buyers to get into, and sometimes they get frustrated with them. But at the same time, it is beneficial for people that, you know, make less than $70,000-$80,000. That's typically the limits on how much they could make, and there's credit score requirements. So we can absolutely go over all that stuff.
They have to have a significant of in terms of the loan amount. There's a limit, it's a cap.
Yeah, there's definitely a cap. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So more questions in the chat. So are you still allowed to buy interest points with no PMI program? So Eimer, absolutely. Discount points are always available to be used. You can buy down the rate in any situation. Title should state it as well that the loan would be sold. Absolutely. If you have a good title agent, closer, they should let them know. 75-15. So for condos to avoid the questionnaire issues, absolutely, we do. We do have that to bring, you know, to avoid any non-warrantable condos. Absolutely, but there is still a limited questionnaire. So the limited questionnaire is a lot easier to get through. And I know in Florida in general, you do have a lot of condo issues. So we actually, one of the loan officers in the Coral Gables office has a deal like that right now. It's I think the purchase price is like 200 and change, and we're doing a 75. I think it's like a 75-10 or 75-15, something like that. So that is, let's see, please provide website. Not really sure what website you're looking for. Lorena, you want to unmute yourself and let me know?
It's already been provided. Daylon dropped your contact information in the chat there, your email, website, and his cell phone, office number, and fax is in the chat, everyone.
Yep, and make sure you guys, so I want you guys to understand something, right? So I am based in Philadelphia. I travel, like, outside of coronavirus, I travel down to Miami all the time. I used to have a condo in Sunny Isles. So I'm very familiar with the Miami market. But because of coronavirus, I have 2 young children, you know, a wife that's nervous about everything that's going on. So I haven't been traveling back and forth. Once this is all done, I will be doing that to introduce myself to you guys. But it's very important. Lauren Bernal is boots on the ground out there. She is going to be your main point of contact. And definitely reach out to her with any questions. She's very attentive. So do we have a flyer or a breakdown of programs offered? We do. I sent some of them to Dalen. We have some more. I will have, if you, so another thing, that's a good question. You just brought something up for me. If you guys need marketing materials, okay, so flyers of programs that we offer, we will do co-branded marketing materials for you guys. We have to drop off some flyers in your office, Dalen, right? So I'll have Lauren take care of that. It will have all of Lauren's information on the flyers. It'll have her headshot. It'll have her phone, and we're going to have her email, the whole 9 yards, and it'll be there for you guys to grab probably 10 or 15 different types of programs that we have that will have flyers on that you can give to your clients. Also, if you guys do like buyer presentations, Lauren will have, if Dalen, if you could share that with everybody, the one that I sent you, I would much rather have everybody have it with Lauren's information. But we have a pre-approval checklist, okay? It's a document checklist. It has, we can make that with each agent and our information on the bottom of it. So you can give it out to your buyers. It tells them exactly what they're gonna need to submit to us. tax returns, W-2s, child support. If you're self-employed, we need all your tax returns. It breaks everything down for you. There's also another one that's called the Road to Freedom, which is like sort of like Candyland. If you guys remember that, if you guys remember that game when you were kids, you go along the path like that. It gives you the process from start, pre-approval, all the way to closing. And that could be co-branded as well. So these are great marketing tools that you can, yep, perfect. So this is the Road to Freedom. And if you scroll down, Dalen, you see, so my information is on the bottom corner. That's where Lauren's information will be. And right next to that will be your information. Okay. So we have this for all the programs that we offer. We have this for the pre-approval checklist, the down payment assistance programs, basically anything that you guys want, we could prepare and co-brand it. So this is the no mortgage insurance program right there. Don't mind my headshot from a couple of years ago. It's like a mugshot. So this breaks down, see, like if you see it says accessible, a 620 credit score qualifies, gives them a little bit more flexibility. Then we have the renovation ones, and we can co-brand this with you guys. All this stuff is co-brandable with each individual agent and the office in general. So, Dalen, if you want to go back to, yep, this is the 203K renovation one. Go back to the main screen just so I can see the rest of the questions that they have. Did I answer your question, Sammy?
Yeah, you did. You did. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to working with you guys along and hopefully close more deals. How's if the clients prepare, how fast are you guys closing the deals?
I'm sorry, Sammy, one more time. I didn't hear you.
If the client is ready to go with all the documents and things like that, how fast you guys are closing the loans and how many days?
All right, so I'm sure you guys are seeing this all over the place. There's appraisal delays, there's title delays, there's mortgage delays. It's just everybody in the whole real estate community is completely backed up. We're still closing loans in 30 days. However, if the availability is there for 35, 40 days, I can't stress to you enough. It just gives us a little bit of a cushion. But if it means to make a deal happen, then 30 days is basically what we need.
Okay, thank you.
So last question in the chat, and then we could open it up to other questions. Tatiana is asking, where could she request the co-branded materials? If you look in the chat, Tatiana, you'll see Lauren Bernal's contact information. You could just shoot her an email or call her on her cell phone, and we can go over everything that we can offer you guys. And all we need to get co-branded information, we need your headshot, we need the office logo, we need the office address, we need your cell phone number and the office phone number. That's all that we need. Oh, she doesn't see the chat info. All right, let me copy and paste it and drop it in the chat right now. I'll do that for you. There you go, Tatiana. Oh, I sent it to you privately. I'm sorry. All right. Any other questions from anybody else?
No, great questions, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we look forward to working with you guys, and I can't wait until this country is back to normal, so I could be down in sunny Miami every other week, enjoying it and hanging out with you guys. We're also going to be doing a lot of events once the that's available and opened up. Happy hours. We're here to support you guys in any way possible. So we can have a separate call about that another day. But anything that you guys need, don't hesitate to ask. We are here to support you guys in every possible way. From the start of the deal to the end of the deal, and anything outside of it.
Excellent. If you guys have any questions, you would like to get their contact information, I already put Lauren's information in the chat as well again. And you have, I put Jeff's information, I'll put it again for those of you that maybe don't see it because a lot of questions came in, but I'll put that in their information. But feel free to reach out to us. Give me a call, send me an email, and I'll make sure you do have their information. or swing by the office. I look forward to having Lauren over so she can bring all that documents out with her too. And Jeff, if you can send me, I have the ones that you send me. If you have more information that you can send to me on specific programs, feel free to do that, and I'll share it with everybody as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, I had asked you a question the other day, and it's, and you said it's not, very good news but it was an update, right? It has to do, I don't know if it was the refinance on cash outs or what's going on that they say that it's coming on December.
So December 1st, I don't know why they would do this. They're fighting it. It was supposed to be September 1st, and they moved it back to December 1st. But basically, what they did was they added a half a point charge to anybody that's doing a conventional refinance, which is silly, given the conditions of the country, and I don't understand it. But what it means is basically not a half a point higher rate. So if they were qualifying for 3%, they're not going to get 3.5. It's more of like a half a point in the price, which means that the cost of that rate is a little bit higher. So it's just a foolish thing that they did, and I don't agree with it. But it does start December 1st. So you will see most lenders start putting that in now. So it is affecting conventional refinance rates. It's only for refinances, though.
All right. So the good news is we can still work with buyers and getting amazing rates from you guys.
Exactly. The rates are still good because it affects everybody. It's not like they just called and said, Freedom Mortgage, you have to pay a half a point higher now. It's everybody. So it's across the board.
Okay.
What did you say it's for exactly?
My opinion is they felt like rates were too low. Banks were making too much money. So they basically put a 50 basis point charge on conventional refinances.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Judy. Do I have any other questions that you might have or you can think of? No? Awesome. Very well explained, Jeff. Very good, man. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this relationship. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of business together. Once again, if you guys have any questions, I know a lot of questions come once you start dealing with the client and then getting all the documents. Now, what's the best procedure for our agents to get that information to you guys?
So for me personally, I like to, I feel like text messaging, like a group text message introduction is probably the easiest way to get a conversation started. Any agents that I have good relationships with, basically what they do is, like Dalen will send me a message, copy in his client, say, hey, John, meet Jeff. He's our in-house lender. He's great. You guys connect and let's see if we can get you pre-approved to buy a house. And then, we take it from there. I know Lauren has a little bit of a different strategy. She likes the buyers to fill out like her online application where they put in some information, and then Lauren will analyze that information, get on the phone with them, let them know what documents that she needs, and then we can pre-approve them from there. So, either way works. She can provide the link for them to apply, or they can just reach out to us directly. It basically, we work out however it's easiest for you guys. We want to be as accommodating for you. If you're a texter, we can text. If you're an emailer, you can group email and introduce that way. Really doesn't make a difference. We want to make everybody's life as easy as possible.
Now, and previous trainings that we've had, one of the things I cover is the value of relationships and how much it can help, how beneficial it could be for both sides. So for example, I was talking to you the other day, and it might be beneficial for a lot of our agents or people that are listening in today, is you guys are licensed in New Jersey, correct?
We're licensed in all 50 states. The bank is licensed to do business in all 50 states. So we have the home team. So the home team is the team that we all work for, which is one of the largest divisions of the retail part of Freedom Mortgage. So the home team has offices in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Tampa, Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami. I'm sure I'm missing something, but that's our team. That's where we have our offices. But if you have deals in Tennessee, we can accommodate that. If you have deals in Georgia, we can accommodate that. If you have deals in South Carolina, we can accommodate that. You know, we have a large network. We're able to, you know, to work in all 50 states, Puerto Rico as well. Referral partners, we can always, you know, always introduce you to people so that you guys can get a referral fee on people that are out of state that are buying.
And that is the beauty of it. And that happened to us, right? So I had a buyer
in Jersey right now.
Yeah, the guy buying in New Jersey got approved to you guys, and you connect me with an agent over there. I have the one going on right now in Georgia also. So there's a lot of, you're gonna come through across opportunities that you're like, okay, I have this buyer, this referral, and he's buying, you know, somewhere else, but then you can now, you know, go through this great team through the mortgage, and then they can connect you with somebody else, and then that's how you make good connections. So I appreciate that, by the way, Jeff. There is another question in the chat. She's asking, do you have loan for foreign investors? Down payment, interest rate, loan limits, information on that?
So we could, if you wanted to reach out to me independently, we could take that offline. That's a very touchy subject. So it all depends on how they file tax returns. Do they file any U.S. tax returns? So Fannie and Freddie are, yeah, perfect. You'll send your questions via email. That's great. So Fannie and Freddie are a little skittish on this type of deal. This is more of like a, for instance, if they don't have U.S. tax returns, it's it would be more of like a broker product of somebody that would be portfolioing that, whereas that's not what we specialize in, you know? But there are options. We can, depending on what their situation is, yes. And the down payment, interest rate, and loan limits, as long as they file U.S. tax returns, would be same as if they worked in the United States.
Excellent. All right, Jeff. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the intro. Thank you for joining us today. Congratulations again on buying your house.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy it. I hope you and the family are staying safe. And I definitely look forward to working with you and your team.
Absolutely. The same. Take care, guys. Enjoy. Have a great weekend.
Take care, man. Have a good weekend. All right, guys. So that's it for Real Estate Friday today. Thank you so much for joining us. Steve, my friend, what do we have coming up the following week to look forward to?
Yeah, there I am. Sorry, I was having trouble unmuting myself. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I was juggling a couple computers here, but remember everyone, on Monday now we have Mindset Monday with Daylon, and then Tuesday and Thursday we have Instagram and YouTube by request. So we just wrapped up 101, 102, 103, 104 modules of the Ultimate Agent series, and there was a lot of stepped information in 1, 2, 3 steps. This time it's going to be just focused on one thing at a time, and that's going to be Instagram and YouTube. And if we're lucky, maybe I'll get our new agent who is building a really nice YouTube career of his own with getting buyers all over the world through YouTube. And maybe I can talk him into joining us and telling us sharing with us what he's doing and the results that he's getting from it. It's pretty amazing. So that's next week, Tuesday and Thursday. But remember, first on Monday, Mindset Monday. So make sure you guys go and register for that at www.brokernation.events. I'm going to put that in the chat.
Awesome. Definitely looking forward to next week's training. Guys, please have an amazing weekend. That's it for us today for Real Estate Friday. This is a long weekend, so enjoy it. Stay safe with your family and friends. And please, I look forward to seeing you this coming Monday for Mindset Monday. We're going to keep it short and sweet because I know a lot of you have plans for this long weekend. All right. With that said, please enjoy, take care, and I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, everybody
Thank
say bye.
you.
I unmuted everybody. Everybody say goodbye and wait.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.